Good morning, Unity Community. We are so happy to see you here with us. This is a warm and welcoming community, and no matter who you are or where you are welcome here. We especially want to extend a welcome to people of color and to, especially in terms of Pride Month, to people who identify as LGBTQ. We are so welcome and happy that you are here with us. And we're going to start off with our mission statement this morning. Please say it with me. We are a vibrant, welcoming, multi-generational, prosperous community, embodying love and awakening spiritual consciousness. It feels so good to say that. So here we go with chants. Let's get the energy up and running. Soul shine.
Okay, here we go. Oh, geez, here we go. Gee, come on, hold on. Oh, my Lord, I'm sorry, technical difficulties. Here we go. There we go. Woo!
That was the extended mix.
Remix. Woo. Here we go, everybody sing. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh,
Come on.
the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I should. Cause the scripture told me. It said you had to be good. But now I love cause I want to. I love cause I'm free. Blinded by the Spirit, yeah. I said the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes it is. Oh,
Come on. Yeah.
the Spirit of God is upon me.
Yeah.
Spirit of God is upon me. Oh,
Yeah.
the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. Oh,
Come on.
the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh,
Yeah.
the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I thought it was my duty. I thought it was my job. Cause I thought believing in God would be so hard. But loving God is wonderful. Loving God is ecstasy. I thank God for freedom. Yeah, yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yeah. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh,
One more time, one more time.
Spirit of God, Spirit of God, Spirit of God. I said the Spirit of God is upon me. Yeah. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh.
Get a back, Drew. Victor.
Something we could all stand to hear at this time. The God in me beholds the God in you. Because God is in all of us. Sorry, Dave, I just sort of hijacked.
Please.
I think it's something we really need to get behind and shout out for everybody to hear, because we are all one. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well. God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All
Beautiful soul shine.
Thank you, Soulshine. So beautiful as always. And we're going to keep ramping it up with celebrations. Let's go over to Clare Kubota.
Good morning, Unity of Central Oregon. Guess what I'm celebrating today? I have my rainbow angel wings on today in celebration of LGBTQ week. And I just want to celebrate all of our beautiful members who are part of that community, or if you have family or friends who are part of that community, I just love that we celebrate them and that they have an amazing week to be loved on and celebrated. So, and then also wanted to share, Jane just shared with me that Unity Worldwide just came out with a booklet called Worthy, and it is a bunch of spiritual writings that are meant as inspiration for the LGBTQ community through Unity's eyes. And she's ordered some, or if you want to go, and you can order them for free on their website. So check that out if you are part of that community or have friends and family who might enjoy that. Okay, next. I've got all my celebrations. Birthdays. We have, I know, 2 people in our community who are celebrating birthdays today, Anita and Kate. So happy birthday to you girls, you young foxy chicks. Okay. And Lorraine Shetler is celebrating that she has delivered 80 masks, face masks, to Fox Hollow, which is the assisted living facility that we support. And so she wants to thank all the people who helped donate fabrics, who helped trim threads and helped sew a few of the masks, but she pumped out most of them. So way to go, Lorraine. Thank you so very much. I'm sure they were super grateful. So, okay, next. Let's see. Okay, Jenny, this was a big one. She actually emailed me earlier this week to celebrate this. She is celebrating being alive. She had a big semi-truck lose their brakes right behind her. And she saw the wheels of the truck in the air flying by the side of her car, and there was the perfect place for this truck to go off the road and into soft dirt and gravel, and for everyone to be safe and well. So talk about divine intervention. Someone was watching out for her. So she had angels surrounding her at that moment. So we are so grateful that you are here, and everyone is fine. But so that was pretty amazing. Let's see. Tamara wanted to again celebrate all of our amazing graduates. Everyone, all those kiddos from preschool to elementary school, to high school to college, up to PhDs. We've had so many amazing people graduate. So if you're part of our community or have friends and family who are celebrating that, we just want to do a huge shout out and congratulations to you again. It's been actually really cool to see all the virtual celebrations that have been happening, and speakers who have been posting things on social media or in the news, and that's been such an awesome celebration. And Dave wanted to point out Nolan made it through 5th grade. So way to go, Nolan. Okay, let's see. Next, Chris is celebrating his family, and he's lucky enough, he wanted to especially celebrate his adopted family of Bella and Jade. And little Jade comes with him pretty regularly, so we're celebrating that too. It's always good to celebrate your family, right? Victor is celebrating hugs. He hugged someone for the first time in like 3 months and was pretty excited about it. So if you haven't had a chance to hug someone yet, or if you're still waiting, it's worth the wait. I'm just saying that. Okay. And I had something that I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate this community. You know, with all the things going on, it's been really challenging to know how to show up and what to say, what is the right thing to say. You know, you really want to make sure you're using the right words and presenting yourself in the right way now. And I was having a beautiful conversation with a dear, dear friend of mine. And I just said, I just kind of need someone to hold my hand through this and to support me through this. And so we decided to hold each other's hands. And I want to encourage you, if you're kind of feeling the same way I am, you know, find someone that can help encourage you or help support you and say, here's what, let's show up in this way together. And this is a beautiful community to do that with. So if you are needing someone to hold your hand, reach out to someone in our community, and we are so, so happy to do that for you. And I just celebrate that this is a place that encourages me to always show up with love and to have an open mind and an open heart. And so thank you, all of my beautiful community, unity friends and family. So, and then last thing I want to do is tell you guys how to get your celebrations to me, because I realize that we haven't really explained that. And I post every Sunday morning on our Facebook page. I'll say, send me your celebrations. And so people will just do put a comment under there. So feel free to do that. If you are not on Facebook or don't see that post, know that you can always email me. And my email's in Simple Church, or you can send an email to just our Bend Unity earlier in the week so that Jane or someone can forward that to me, and I will be happy to share that, or text me, however you want to get that information to me. But I would love for you to share celebrations when you have something to share with this beautiful community. All right? So we're all glad you're here and can't wait to hear Jane's beautiful talk today. Love you all.
Oh, thank you, Claire. I love your creativity with the celebrations. It makes it so much fun and something to look forward to every week. You probably couldn't see this, but as she did her little flicking the messages over her shoulder, Zeke went over to check it out because he wasn't sure what she was throwing, and he was very hopeful. Yeah, maybe he wanted a hug, but I think he really wanted a treat. Anyway. So we are going to do something really special right now. We're going to have an awards ceremony. Yesterday, Kevin and I were at the Spirit Group Summit for, it's an annual event. And in the past, there has been one person chosen for each award from the whole Spirit Group community nationally. And this time, they did it a little differently. and anybody who wanted to award someone from their community could do so. So we had multiple people making awards. And so based on that, I decided to make some awards to our community for spirit groups. So here we go. New host. So we had several new hosts that were happening, and we're giving this award to Beth Welton Miller because rather than use one of the video curriculums or something that was already provided for her, she took the book, The Gift of Imperfection, and she really worked with that and had it well outlined for each week. And she didn't teach, although that's where her comfort zone is. She stepped into really being a spirit group host. And so we're so impressed with you, and we want to give you an award, Beth. So congratulations. There are 5 disciplines with spirit groups, and so we have an award for each one of those disciplines. The first one is communion, and Donna Benjamin, we are giving her that award. Communion means your communion with the divine, and she's somebody who just slips into that place so easily, and often in the spirit groups is the one who ends up praying us in or praying us out, or she's praying with the flute. And she also had, when she participated in the Teachings of Jesus class this year, and one of the things I asked people to do was to rewrite the Lord's Prayer based on the studies that we did. And she was pretty amazing. She came up with a rap version of the Lord's Prayer. Now, I can't deliver it with quite the way that Donna does, but here's the words. Yo, 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 Papa. Yo, 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 Mama. Respect deep, respect for your name and your nature. Your riches fall down upon us like manna from heaven, and like you make it real up in the stratosphere, as you do down here on this earthly plane. You'll bring on the bread because we're hungry for your sustenance and also for your truth. And Mama, Papa, put aside all those accrued debts, because they are weighing me down like an anvil on my heart. And I'm cool with those homies not paying me back, totally cool. And you've seen what happens when I am tempted by the wrong situations, so lead me out of that before I get in tons of trouble. And yo, keep that evil stuff far away. Doesn't sit well with me. So just to remind you, Madre y Padre, you are the bomb yesterday, today, and forevermore. Amen, amen, ashe, gracias. Congratulations, Donna, for the Communion Award. The next award is Connection. And this is about just being somebody who wants to connect with other people. And we are giving that award to Suzanne Lamagi. Let me tell you how hard it was to find a picture of Suzanne that was just Suzanne. All of her pictures, I was trolling on Facebook because I did this at the last minute last night. All of her pictures had groups of people in it because that's who she is. She's all about connection. And she has not only been stepping up as a spirit group host, but she's the one who really created the women's group. And as we all know, there's so much connection that has happened in that women's group. And so we're really, really thankful to Suzanne for all of that you do to create connection and weave our community closer together. The next award is for Compassion. And this one goes to Ana Nugaris. She is a newer participant in our community. She took the Unity Basics group, and she's part of the What If Up spirit group. She hasn't gotten around to becoming a member yet because she's such a compassionate person that she was tending for her dog who had a very serious illness, and she's just listening so deeply and putting so much energy into the care for this dog and bringing him back to vibrant health again, that she didn't have time to focus on membership. But she's a member in her heart. And in the What If Up group, what I noticed about her is that the depth of her listening is so extreme. The comments that she would make really took it to a whole new level. So I hope that you will get to know Anna over time. She is just a beautiful, beautiful, soulful person. So congratulations to Anna. The next award is for community. And this one goes to Cherie Swenson for her leadership with the garden in particular. She just was not interested in staying quarantined in her apartment when this all hit, and so she just looked for ways to serve, and she came out to the garden and she got other people involved, and she has a vision that our garden is not only going to provide food for us but for the larger community. And she's somebody who comes to us from Klamath Falls, where she started a tool library where people could check out tools and use them and then bring them back, so that you didn't have to have your own personal garage filled with tools that you use once a year. She's very community minded, and we are so happy to have her part of our community. Congratulations, Cherie. The next award is for challenge, and we have a couple of people for this. Oh, actually, don't we have runners-up for community? Sorry, I forgot that one. 2 runners-up, Clare Kubota and Lorraine Schechter, and this is for their mask making. So Clare got started right at the beginning with making masks. I have one that I wear all the time that she made for us, and she just put out a call on Facebook, anybody need a mask? And for days and days, she was making masks and just giving them to people. And if anybody wanted to donate to Unity, they could, but she was just so generous. And then Lorraine took it upon herself to, since we had adopted Fox Hollow, to pick up the phone and call them and say, what do you need? And they didn't have masks, so she got busy sewing. So we really want to acknowledge both of those ladies for their generosity and care for our larger community. And then the next one is challenge. So we have 2 awardees for that. Chelsea Calicott has had a dream for many, many years to have her own television program where she interviews people about what's important, and she just has this innate knack for it. But one thing or another was always in the way, and she didn't do it. And finally, she just said, I'm doing it. And she started a program called Hey Neighbor TV, and I actually got to be the first person that she interviewed, and she was focusing on how are people doing during this COVID times. And then when all the protests began, she pivoted and she got somebody in our community who's a professor, a black woman who's an amazing person, Erica McFarlane, I think is her last name. And she interviewed her. It was a brilliant interview, and she's just stepping up and doing what she was called here to do. So Challenge Award for following your dream. And another person is Carol Fox. So Carol hosted a spirit group for the writers, the first one that we did, and we met at her home until we couldn't meet there anymore. Now we do it online. But Carol has had a book in her for 20 years. She's been working on it, and she would go through obstacles and resistance, and she'd put it away and wouldn't work on it for years, and then it would call to her and she'd work on it, and then she'd put it away. So since being part of the writers group, she is just writing and writing and writing, and it's so wonderful to be part of this group. We make her go last every week because we feel like we're little kids, and okay, now it's time for the story. She's writing this amazing novel about Nicaragua, and it's so complex and rich and has so much depth to it. And we just love her for taking on the challenge and facing all the resistance that she's had with it and going for it. We feel like you would feel if you happened to know J.K. Rowling just before she published Harry Potter. This is how we feel with Carol Fox. So yay, Carol. And finally, one more challenge recipient who isn't on the list because I wanted it to be a surprise, and that is Kevin Kubota. And I want Kevin to have this award as well because he is always saying yes. No matter what thing we toss at him, could you help with this? Yes, yes, yes is always his answer. He is the program director for spirit groups. He's heading up our technology department. He trained his son Nikko, who's now taking over that. He's going on to study in ministry school to be a unity minister. He's participates in spirit groups himself. He hosts spirit groups with his wife Clare. There's just nothing that this man doesn't say yes to. So congratulations for always taking the challenge in front of you, Kevin. We appreciate you. So today is all about home, and we're taking a little extra time to do things that we wouldn't normally do because community is what makes home. So the next thing that we're going to do is introduce a few new members. And we have this on video, so here we go.
I am so excited that I get to introduce some new members to you today. This is something that has always been one of my favorite parts of getting to be up here, but I haven't been able to do it for quite a while. And thanks to people taking the Unity Basics class, it's happening again. So we have 4 new members that we're introducing today. The first one is Clare Horton. Clare has lived in Bend since 1977 with her husband George on a beautiful piece of property where she can indulge her passion of loving the natural world. She says, "I just want to lay down on the ground and love it all." Before retiring, Clare had jobs as diverse as being the first woman UPS driver for 3 years and working in a bookstore for 27 years. She used to go to the spiritual awareness community, but has never been a joiner until now. She has been coming to Unity for about a year. Clare has been interested in spirituality since she was very young, and she has a particular interest in life after death. Several powerful experiences with the spirit world have convinced her that death is not real, but unconditional loving guidance is. She would like to serve through UCount and to join the Earth Care team, and she just took the training to be a spirit group host.
My name is Carolyn Horton, and I'm hoping to join the Unity community because it really seems to align with what my beliefs have been for a long time. I know death isn't real. I've had numerous experiences. I'm married. My husband's name is George. We live on a beautiful little ranch at takes a lot of work, unfortunately, but we're still maintaining. Been here 40 years, and I love gardening, obviously, although my body's starting to complain. Looking forward to actually seeing people in person from this wonderful community and sharing our resources, skills, whatever we have to share. Love you all.
Heather Moore recently married Brennan. She is a holistic hairstylist and educator. She enjoys creating educational content and teaching, leading online classes and courses for other hairdressers. Her other passions are reading personal development books, books on spirituality. Wait, let me redo that one, okay? Heather Moore recently married Brennan. She is a holistic hairstylist and educator. She enjoys creating educational content and teaching and leading online courses for other hairdressers. Her other passions are reading personal development books, education, painting, and hip-hop dance. Spiritually, Heather is very interested in books on spirituality and metaphysics. She has visited a few centers for spiritual living in Portland and did a Buddhist retreat 6 years ago. CSL and unity resonate for her. Heather has never been to our building. She found us when we began to live stream. She just completed Spirit Group host training and would love to serve as a greeter when we are back in the building. She's also interested in A Course in Miracles. Although not quite ready to fully commit, Heather is drawn to being a licensed Unity teacher, and so she enrolled in UWSI and is taking the prayer class to begin exploring that path.
Hey there, friends. My name's Heather Moore, and I just recently joined the Unity community of Central Oregon, and I wanted to join Unity because I was looking for a spiritual community that was welcoming and loving and filled with like-minded humans, and Unity seems to be just that. So I look forward to meeting you in person.
Elizabeth Brady is originally from the East Coast. She was a high school English teacher for many years and found Unity in Florida where she taught. She came to us last fall from Unity of the Valley in Eugene. Spiritually, besides Unity, she has been to the Unitarian Church in Eugene and has a strong training in shamanism. You may have heard Elizabeth when she offered drumming meditations or when she and I spoke together one Sunday. She recently participated in one of the writers' spirit groups. Her passions are nature, outdoor fitness and recreation, long drives, music, dance, art, poetry, writing, working and playing with children, shamanism, learning, and spiritual expansion. She is also passionate about learning about other cultures, healing methods, and spiritual practices from around the world. She wants to serve with the youth team, the prayer team, the healing team, and as a spirit group host.
Hey Unity family, this is Elizabeth and I miss you. I miss your hugs and smiles. I choose to be a member here mostly because of the people and the principles. People are amazing, genuinely amazing, not just polite, but friendly and kind and so full of passion. The ministerial staff is amazing, amazing in every way, and so is the music ministry, and the music is so uplifting and inspiring. The messages are really, really helping me become the best me that I can be. Everybody's accepted there. I feel really accepted. I feel that my gifts and talents are accepted and really fit in, and the principles are really a match. Not just learning about them, but applying them to my life. I'm finding that I'm becoming a better person.
Judy Tracy is retired from a career in real estate here in Bend. She also had a 75-acre farm in Tumalo where she raised Black Angus cattle. She has 2 grown daughters. One works in philanthropy in Portland, and the other has an Angus ranch with her husband in Fort Rock. Judy lives in Arizona in the winter, so she's happy that we are live streaming so that she can continue to participate. She found us last summer but had to stop coming when she moved south in October. She's passionate about nature, about the new puppy that just arrived, reading, healing, cooking healthy food, and gardening. Spiritually, Judy is a former member of the spiritual awareness community. She is a regular meditator and is a master Reiki practitioner. She began studying Reiki in 1984 and was one of the first practitioners here in Bend. She has also studied Huna, the Hawaiian form of spirituality, with Serge Kahili King, and spiritual discernment with Richard Groves. She would like to serve with the greeters, healthy food and beverage, and healing teams.
Hi, my name is Judy Tracy, and I'm here to tell you why I want to become a member of the Unity community of Central Oregon. I'm really looking for a very special spiritual home. And the feeling that I get from every contact that I've had is that this is the group that I want to belong to. It just feels like the perfect place to express my own being from my soul and my heart. And I feel that that's the way people are there. And so that's why I want to become a member. Thank you.
We are so happy to have these new members. And we're going to move now into meditation. So let's just take a deep breath. Today's theme is about home. And so the most basic home is our body. And in meditation today, let us just return our attention to our bodies as we breathe. Let us make this a meditation of awe for the wonderful bodies that we have. I'm going to read you something to help us all to be in awe of our bodies. I invite you to just breathe and take this in. Your body's wisdom is staggering. It has 500 muscles, 200 bones, 7 miles of nerve fibers, and enough atomic energy to destroy the entire city of Paris. You just wouldn't believe all the astounding things that go on inside your body. Each day, your heart pumps blood over 96,000 miles of blood vessels. That's like racing back and forth between LA and New York 32 times a day. Your eyes have 100 million receptors to take in sunsets and stars and the first smile of your grandbaby. Each of your ears has 24,000 tissues to hear waves crashing against the shore, leaves rustling in the wind, Luciano Pavarotti singing an aria from La Boheme. Each one of your cells performs more chemical reactions than all the world's chemical manufacturing plants combined. Your brain alone has 25 billion cells. That's more than 6 times the number of people on this planet. Each one of these little dynamos works with pinpoint precision, without, I might add, any prompting from you. Let's just be present in the silence with this amazing body of ours. And now let's move into a place of prayer. I remind you that up above this live stream, there's a description of the live stream, and that's where you'll find the link. And if you have trouble with that, you can always go to our website, to the prayer page, and request prayer there. We just hold in prayer all of the people of color who are really being highlighted right now for the inequity, who are still being persecuted and killed even in the face of these protests. We hold in our hearts the LGBTQ community, who have also had more than their share of persecution. We hold people who do not have the same abilities, whether it's mental faculties or physical. All of the people in the home of our world who may be considered different. Just because they might be different from me doesn't make them any less worthy. Everyone is a beautiful emanation of the light of love that fills all that is. And we hold them all in our hearts that they may know that truth, that we may know that truth, that we may finally create a world where everyone is welcome, where everyone feels at home. We hold in particular prayer Tiffany Williams, who is due to have a baby within the next week or so, whenever that baby decides to make its appearance. We hold all of those in our community and in our world who are dealing with COVID-19, whether they are sick with it, or they are those frontline workers, or they are in the public health departments trying to manage it, or they are grieving the loss of loved ones. We hold them in our heart, and we know that love is surrounding each one, filling each one, expressing as each one. Let us move into song and hold all these intentions through our song. Love is our ultimate reality, everywhere present and whole. It radiates abundantly and creates good in my life and in the world. As we gratefully acknowledge the presence and power of love now, we see the people and circumstances we hold in prayer, healed and illumined by love, and so it is.
I've got my memories always inside of me, but I can't go back to how it was. I believe you now. I've come too far. No, I can't go back to how it was. Created for a place I've never known. This is home. Now I'm finally where I belong, where I belong. Yeah, this is home. I've been searching for a place of my own. Now I've found it. Maybe this is home. Yeah, this is home. Relief over misery. I've seen the enemy, and I won't go back to how it was. And I got my heart set on what happens next. I got my eyes wide, it's not over yet. We are miracles, and we are not alone. This is home. Now I'm finally where I belong, where I belong. Yeah, this is home. I've been searching for a place of my own. Now I've found it. Maybe this is home. Yeah, this is home. And now, after all my searching, after all my questions, I'm gonna call it home. I got a brand new mindset. I can finally see the sunset. I'm gonna call it home. Home, this is home. Finally where I belong, where I belong. Yeah, this is home. I've been searching for a place of my own. Now I've found it. Maybe this is home. This is home. Now I know. Yeah, this is home. Come too far, and I won't go back. Yeah, this is home.
It's such a perfect song for today. This is home. This is our home. This is your home. And you know, it's a funny thing. Home is a place where we belong. Home is a place where we are safe. Home is a place where we get to grow. And unfortunately, not everybody's home that's true for. Some people did not have a safe home. Some people felt like outsiders even in their own home. Some people were not encouraged to grow. But I want to remind you that no matter what the home was like in your family of origin, that was not your true home. Your true home is in Source. You are an emanation, you are an offspring of the light that shines through all. You could truly say, I am home. Each one of us gets to claim that. We are the home that everyone else wants to belong to. We get to offer that out into the world, and here as a spiritual community, we join spiritual forces and we create a hearth where other people can come and people find us. They find us online. They find us driving down the road and seeing our sign. They find us, they walk in the door, and they feel the energy when we're all here. We are creating something beautiful. We are creating a home on the material plane that transcends the physical plane, that has an energy that radiates and blesses. It's an energy of belonging. And so when you hear our new members saying they were just drawn to this, they feel so accepted, they want a community like this, it's because we are creating something important here. Yesterday at the Spirit Group Summit, Reverend Michael Gott, who is the senior minister of Unity of Houston, said something that I had never thought of before. He said back in the 80s and before, people were packing the doors of Unity churches. And the reason they were packing the doors is because the Unity teachings were so novel, and they couldn't get those teachings anywhere else. And they wanted to hear that positive message. They wanted to hear that message of empowerment. Our message has not changed, but our culture has, and it's changed because of two things, he said. One of them is Oprah Winfrey, and the other one is Amazon. So because of those two phenomenon, it's hard to be a conscious human being at this time and not have heard of these teachings. Oprah is talking about them on a regular basis to an extremely wide audience. And where you used to have to go to a Unity church or a metaphysical bookstore somewhere to get a book that taught these things, today you just click on Amazon and there you go. As a result, even though our teachings are still important, they're still the medicine that this world needs, and even though Oprah has an incredible reach, she doesn't get to everybody. Our teachings are still important, but the medicine that we really offer is community. Our teachings without community are empty. And that's why people who say, well, I don't need to go to church because they listen to Oprah or they read the books, those things are all great, but something is missing. We are creatures who are born for togetherness. We need community. We cannot survive without it. And so this is what we are here to do, to embody love. How do you do that if you don't have people to practice with? It's so important. The spirit groups that we offer are the structure of how we do that. It's fine to say, yeah, I'm here to love everybody, but how do you make that real? Spirit groups are how we do it. Spirit groups have been part of the culture of our community since 2016. I want to just share a few statistics with you that I don't know how many of you realize this, but In 2016, we were still at the Grange, and we had an average attendance of 53 people on Sunday. This is when we started the Spirit Group program. We had 10 groups that first year, 71 participants. We had 50 members at that time. The following year, we had an average attendance on Sunday of 60. We had 19 groups, 126 participants in those groups, and our membership had gone up to 81. The following year, just from January to June, when I prepared these statistics for another Spirit Group Summit, we had an average attendance on Sunday of 80. We had 11 spirit groups just in that first half of the year with, let's see, I didn't write the participation in that, and we had 112 members. 67% of our members had participated in spirit groups at that point. We moved to One World Center in the fall of 2018. I don't have all the statistics for our spirit groups from then, but today we have 158 members. We had an average attendance of 120 when we were still meeting in person and could count people. We had just this last round, we had 8 spirit groups, plus 10 prosperity circles, plus 5 unity basics groups, which accounted for 154 participants. Plus, we had 23 participants in the Teachings of Jesus class and another 12 in the 2 prayer classes. So people are really engaged in our community. And we want to take that even further, because this is how we do it. So if you've been trained as a host before and have just stepped back and said, you know, I'm going to wait till we can meet in person, we don't know when that will be. It may be that we can have some small groups meeting in person with social distancing as we do it, but we need to be connecting. If you haven't been on a Zoom group yet, you would be amazed at the level of vulnerability that can happen if people are willing to be vulnerable. It's a little bit like a long-distance relationship. I don't know how many of you have been in one of those. I have. And what I remember about it is the long letters. The long-distance relationship was a long time ago when we were still writing letters. But the things that we would share with each other that were not so easy to share when you were in physical proximity. In physical proximity, other things take precedence. But when you don't have that luxury, then you resort to sharing your heart more fully. And that's what I have been experiencing is happening in the Zoom rooms. So I hope that you will consider offering a spirit group and then signing up for a spirit group, the rest of you who haven't yet been trained as a host. And the next time Kevin offers a training, please take the training. The more of us, my goal has always been 100% of us are involved in spirit groups. And it's not just us, but we're reaching out and other people are finding us. There's a young man who's taking the Unity Basics class right now who his therapist said it would be a great idea for you to get involved. And so he got online and looked around, found us, and that was his point of entry. So you just never know. If you put together an interesting spirit group, then you're going to find people who will find us. This can be the entrance for them so that they have a sense of belonging. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go together. We are here to belong to each other, to walk each other home, because home is what really matters. Namaste.
as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Although this way is stringing us along, just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it will all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it will all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Oh, I love that song. Thank you. That was beautiful. This place is our home. So this week we have Suzanne is starting up a spirit group for What If Up, which is a fabulous program. I hope you sign right up for it. Go to our calendar and you'll see what is going on. We also have a free class that Tarika Leah is offering on drumming as a meditation practice. She's just written a book on this, and so she's offering 2 free classes and then a series that you can sign up for, and you'll have all that information online as well as in our newsletter. Let's see. There's a Zoom lobby right after the service, so you can connect and say hi to your friends, and you just go above the live stream to the description, And that's where you'll find the link. You click on that. You don't need a password. Just hop on in and say hi. So this is our time for an offering. We are so grateful to all of you for your ongoing contributions. The number is right there in the feed. You can text to make a donation. You can mail us a donation. You can go online to the website and hit donate there, whatever is easy for you. We encourage you to make a recurring donation so that we just have a steady stream of income coming in. And it isn't the amount, it's that you step into the flow yourself so that you are not in a place of lack and, oh, I don't have enough, but you're in a place of I have. Because as you know from breathing, the out-breath is always, always, always followed by the in-breath. We have a powerful portal of belonging here. And this is something that we want to offer to more and more people. And your energy in the form of money helps us to keep it going. So thank you. Thank you for that generosity. Let's just confirm it with our song. We are so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly, and so it is. And it's a wrap with the prayer of protection.
The light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, because I am. I am. I am. The light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is.
got a few questions about where to find the links, and if you watch your video by clicking the play button, look in the top right corner, there's a See More button. Click on that, and there are the links. You may have to scroll down to see them, but they're right there. There's our Zoom link. Now, if you're on a phone, same thing. Click on the play button, and make sure to click the See More button, and maybe scroll down to see all of the links in the description right under the video.
You're the money man. Oh, no, actually not. I'll invite Anna to be in his chair next week. Okay.